Ashe, it is 2022. It told me. It told myself. I'm looking at. Damn. I didn't want to miss the Ashe. I didn't want to miss 2022. Oh, you know why? Because I still have the case on. 1 second, y'all. Technical difficulties as usual. Y'all. Ice playing the slow jams. It is 10:23 now. It was 10:22, 22:22 if you know military time. I don't know if they're still doing fireworks or gunshots, and I don't know if you have to hear that. If you're here, hey, 4 people, hit likes, please, so I know you're real. Thank you for being here. So today, the title, the topic is the nodal switch. Okay, she'll find me. She was calling me to tell me she don't see me, but I can't answer the phone right now. It'll knock the live off. All right, so thank y'all for the likes. Love and light, K-Day. Nice to meet you. So yeah, we're talking about the nodal switch, y'all. I am TMZ, teaching everyone abundantly, empowering many, Zakia. That is my government name. My given name means Arabic and intelligent. Intelligent in Arabic. I'm tongue-tied. Hey, Kate. Thank you for joining. I'm not gonna be a long time tonight, y'all, so I don't want to drag us out. I took notes. This has been the wildest day, y'all, and I'm gonna tie it into a lot of the energies that's going on right about now. And shout out to all y'all who have these placements I'm about to discuss. The placements I'm about to discuss are Taurus and Scorpio, and I've been doing Scorpio placements, free readings all week, and actually on the weekend I'm gonna switch to Taurus and do those for the final stretch of the nodes, which is our destiny and our karma. Okay, so when you hear me talking about the nodes, I'm literally talking about our past life and our future life. So tune in, especially if you have Scorpio placements. Scorpio placements meaning we have more than just the sun sign. Like I'm a Scorpio sun, but I'm a Capricorn moon. I'm a Libra rising, so we're talking about all that and tying it into this node, which is all of ours destiny. Okay. The nodes are currently in Taurus and Scorpio. Taurus is in the north node. It's like an axis, y'all, okay? So that's why the opposition signs of Taurus and Scorpio are currently there. And on next Monday, the 17th, 7/17, they switch to Aries and Libra. They go in retrograde, so the signs are going backwards on each end. So we're in Taurus, and right before Taurus is Aries. So after this next 18 months of it being in Aries and Libra after July 17th, 2023, so that means it'll switch around January 2025 to Pisces and Virgo, which are the signs before Libra and Aries. Okay, so that's just a little bit of an introduction, because I have 6 speaking points. Yep, six speaking points to go through. Oh, so you're really feeling this, Ariel. Thank you for joining. Thank y'all for the likes, and we have lots of people in here, so please hit those likes and please drop comments. But I'm gonna go with my opening right now, and y'all tell me what y'all think, okay? So this switch is happening on Monday, so we're discussing it now. It's going to come in parts. It's such a big deal and such big energies dealing with the planets Mars and Venus for a total of 3 years, because Taurus is ruled by Libra. I'm sorry, Taurus is ruled by Libra. Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Scorpio is ruled by Mars. And then when we switch to Aries and Libra, Aries is ruled by Mars and Libra is ruled by Venus. So we're going to continue this Mars impulsive energy and this Venus loving or trying to love. It could be something else, and that's what has literally been going on in my personal life, and I'm going to tie into all of this. Thank you, Kate. You're the best too. All right. So yeah, Ariel, listen up, because after this live, ooh, it's bugs out here, y'all. After this live, and I came out here to be under the Taurus moon, the final Taurus moon in the Taurus North Node, but I don't know what that is. Y'all got me out in the wilderness. I got myself out in the wilderness. I'm gonna take one of my planters. Look, it's a lot of energies going on. But I know if this sucker come over here, y'all, it's a big ass moth. What you got to tell me? Woo. Y'all see this stuff? He's not trying to let me do my live. He's not trying to let me do my live. Okay. All right. Hi, Pharaoh. London, the Aries North Node is going to trine my ascendant. Listen, I have the Libra North Node, so I'm about to learn a whole lot of lessons on self-care and self-things, and we're going to talk about all that. Thank you for being here, Pharaoh. Thank you for being here. All right, so let me get busy. It seems like it's gone. All right, so one day, Greg and Lila, just name some random people, okay, found a ripe orange, and they both wanted this orange. So what are they to do? Okay, should they fight over it, or should they split it in half and both share it and have equal pieces? Or is there another way? This is the energy that Aries and Libra are getting ready to give us. Either war and peace, either be selfish or be caring about others in relationships, right? So we're going from the energies of what Scorpio and Taurus are giving, which is about our resources and our money and our secrets and our trauma, okay, to now it being about self or others. And talking to Pharaoh just now, since he has the North Node in Aries, this is going to be in his favor if he taps into that solution. So let me break it down. On next Monday, July the 17th, these nodes switch, and this happens every 18 months, okay? Before, just a little bit of history, before we had the Taurus and Scorpio node, we had the Sagittarius and Gemini nodes. This was when COVID happened. Okay, this is when our travel stopped. If you know anything about Sagittarius, they're global, they're expanding energy. So we couldn't go nowhere, especially internationally, right? And you got in your fourth house, and that's home. You don't play about your home, and Libra in your MC. So you're about to get really effective with these. And I'm gonna do the special for the Aries and Libra placements as we go into this nodal switch. So just some background. We had COVID-19 when Gemini was in Sag. Now, Geminis are storytellers, and let me not use that word because hopefully I won't get banned or taken off for this, but Geminis are known storytellers, so are Sagittarius. And this was a story being told, okay, that we're all kind of realizing now, right? I tell truths too, y'all. I tie this all into everything: love, finances, health, and truths, okay? So this little tale was told, and we all couldn't go anywhere, okay? We all had our travel restricted, and we were on lockdown. And that is tough for Sagittarius placements because they like to go out. They like to see places. You know, Gemini is okay with staying in the area, and we all literally, with the Gemini North Node back in 2020 to 2022, middle of 2020 to 2022 is when they switched. It's okay to be home. Like, some of us were actually comfortable to be home. Hey, Melanin B. So a lot of us are comfortable to be home, and we literally could get a lot done. We could take care of our families. Gemini has to do with siblings. So, you know, it was all about home and local areas, okay? Then, on top of that, 2020, a lot of people started becoming, you know, just like researchers, or Gemini just likes a lot of information. Gemini likes to give information, likes to talk, likes to gossip. We all literally just started using our resources of technology. The air signs are about technology and communication, and we all were just doing that Gemini North Node energy. We were stepping into our power, elevating, which is the North Node energy, elevating into your future self. Transit South Node Libra is going to connect my conjunct. You know your stuff, Pharaoh. Conjunct my 29th degree. What about Pluto? What's your Pluto? Because as soon as the nodes hit on on Monday, they'll be at 29 degrees and they'll hit Pluto, which is in Capricorn, another cardinal sign. Where's your Pluto at, Phil? My Mars in Gemini changed my appetite about a lot. Right, okay? And the Mars in Gemini transit, let's not even go into that because that was the Mars retrograde. Pluto and Scorpio. Okay, so you're a millennial. But y'all millennials know a lot with that Pluto because Pluto is ruled by Scorpio, so that was a powerful time for us all, especially y'all. All right, let me wrap up this part about the history. So there was change in our everyday lives. Gemini also has to do with our daily rituals and things, and there was change in our neighborhoods. There was change in our neighborly ways. Then there was change. I know me specifically, I had change with my kids had changed with their siblings. I don't want to go too deep into my own personal stuff. I'm going to keep this going. But if you had any change with siblings, neighbors, that was like something that was more powerful at that time, more elevating, more positive. That was the help of the Gemini node. So I just want to give you history on the nodes before these nodes that happened. Now, for the North Node in Taurus that began in January 2022 to the Scorpio, so it starts at 29 degrees because it retrogrades. It goes backwards. The degrees go backwards until they hit 0, which they're at right now in a few minutes. And then, but their minutes are not like, the time. Their minutes are astrological minutes. So it takes about another week for it to be actually at 29 degrees of the Aries and 29 degrees of Libra. But since January 2022, these nodes in Taurus and Scorpio, Taurus is inflates and Scorpio is deflates. Taurus is more of, especially in the nodes, the nodes mean deflate and inflate. I'm using that because Taurus is about finances, okay? And you wanted or needed more finances with Taurus nodes in the North Node, and those finances are being depleted with the Scorpio South Node. So it's like the North Node is more, and the South Node is less. Taurus is resources. Taurus is food, and during this time, this last 18 months, we had the cow scare where there was not enough, there was bad meat and they were throwing away cows or killing cows. It was the same thing with chicken and eggs. It was, eggs being inflation happened because there was so many depleted resources on the Scorpio South Node end that the Taurus North Node end turned into inflation. The gas prices, all of our shared resources are from Scorpio. The Scorpio is other people's money, other people's resources, and Taurus, because what I'm leading up to saying, next year, possible internet outage. It could be, but that would probably be with Pluto and Aquarius. And it'll just switch up. I don't think it's going to be an outage. I think it's just going to switch up. AI is going to be really potent with Pluto and Aquarius. It's that's a whole nother story. But yeah, it started between March and May when we were discovering about UFOs and all this stuff. We've been on that, but it was more in plain sight. Then Pluto will move back into Capricorn, and when it moves back into Aquarius in 2024 in January, then we'll start seeing more of that come back up from here on out to 2040, because that's going to be a 20-year transit. Let me get back to the notes. So what I was saying is that, I just wanted to name a few other things. I had a list of the shared resources that were depleted. If y'all don't remember, when this happened, when this popped off in 2020, the main resource that was gone was what, y'all? TP, toilet paper. Baby food had a shortage, if y'all don't remember that. Good weed had a shortage. Still does. So hopefully it'll get better once these nodes switch to Libra and Aries. And you can't, the nodes have to be in unison. They have to balance. They're oppositions, but they're also similar. Okay, and the North Node is elevating in growth, and the South Node is releasing in past life and karma, right? So the nodes are meant to work together to help one another. There's another damn moth. It's the light. It's the ring light, but it's dark as hell out here. Anyway, the South Node is known, or could be known as the karma or the problem. The North Node is known as the solution. And the South Node, y'all still hitting those likes for me? Hopefully I'm not boring you. But I want y'all to ask questions, because this literally is not just about Scorpios and Tauruses and Aries and Libras. This is about the energy of Scorpios releasing the energy that is challenging, not supportive. The Taurus energy that we are stepping into, because every sign has a negative and positive, a good and bad. I try not to use good and bad. Thank you for the lights. I don't want to release career in my Libra 10th house now, but maybe don't be such a people person and step into more the Aries node in your career and be more selfish. I have a Libra rising Pharaoh. I have a Libra North Node, and I have Pluto in Libra, because I'm Generation X, right before y'all Pluto and Scorpio millennials. All right, so a South Node scenario is like something that stops working. Okay, so in Sagittarius, when the South Node was in Sagittarius, the planes weren't working. The Scorpio South Node was with energy. Scorpio also represents energy. It's an intuitive sign. Water. It's a water sign, so it's an intuitive sign. That thing was really on me. I do this for y'all. And the South Node in Scorpio was the energy pipeline, right? So the energy pipeline has not been working for majority of this time, the last 18 months. And it's also a resource that we all share. So the South Node is what we need to leave alone, sort out, and the North Node is the solution. Now, there has to be, after a problem, and there's a solution, but then there's an outcome, right? Oh, it definitely did. The Scorpio South Node definitely, because Scorpio is truth. I have a lot of Scorpio places too. I'm a Scorpio Sun, Venus, and Scorpio, which is why Venus retrograde is about to be, it's already off the chain ever since the day started. The shadow day started on June the 22nd. And you have it in the 11th house, so that's the friend's house, yep. I have Scorpio in the 2nd house. So I got promoted having Taurus in the 8th house. But when I tell you I've had to work really hard, and it's extremely hard. Scorpio is extremities. All right, so what I'm saying is that there has to be an outcome, and there's the outcome is not any other place but the South Node as well. Why is it the South Node? Because the karma, good or bad, from whatever solution was given. So let me give an example. Because DJT, and those of y'all who follow this channel or look through it because you're new, I do support DJT, Donald J. Trump. He was in office when this node switched, the Taurus node. He was still in there, and literally the next week later or something like that was when Skin Mask came in. No, I'm sorry, Skin Mask was already in there. Skin Mask being Joe Biden. So this node, and he's a Scorpio sun. This node was literally a lot of us giving information to the other half of us who were into what Joe Biden was doing with the energy pipeline. Even the trauma with children on the border. The trauma with children on the border, and a lot of us are like, no, we don't need to do this, do something about the kids. And then 85,000 of them come missing. The energy pipeline, everybody's like, why do we need to get energy from other places? Why can't we get it from here? Why do you need to shut that down? And the solution was not thought of. So here we are with 85,000 children missing, probably part of the underground trafficking, and it's a lot. You know, this is why I do the astrology, because it reads right with the truths. I got my Venus Leo 8th house opposing Saturn's 2nd house right now. Trying to get an investment right now. I know that's right. One day me and you're going to have to go live. As soon as I just get to know you a little better, I'm going to look at your page after this. Did you follow me so I can follow you back? Thank you for the likes, y'all. All right, so if the South Node gave us, the North Node gave us the solution and we didn't receive it well, then the outcome is we're still sitting in the past life. We haven't released what needs to be released so that the solution can take way and the outcome can be, you know, coming out of the South Node. So, speaking of that, I ain't no professional though, but you know your stuff. You know your stuff, Pharaoh. And I'm appreciative of you being here and those who are still here and hitting the likes. Thank y'all. So, what I want to wrap this up, because I'm not going to be out here too long. I'm really, even though I have a citronella candle going. So, this is how I'm tying this in to the readings I'm doing for the next 5 days. Two more days with Scorpio and 3 days with Taurus. Okay. Then after that, I'm gonna wrap up Cancer season with the Cancers from the 17th to the 21st. I think is the last day of Cancer season. My daughter's birthday is actually tomorrow. Shout out to Zane. Should be 11. She's actually a Taurus moon, and when overnight tonight, the moon will switch to Gemini. So it'll be her day. It'll be her solar return. The day and the degree when she was born. The sun in Cancer, but the moon will have already moved to Gemini, so it won't be her moon. She's celebrating her moon day now. All right, so the last thing I want to talk about was the Scorpio South Node and all the placements. So if you have a Scorpio sun like myself, if you have a Scorpio moon, you have a Scorpio rising, okay? Scorpio South Node or North Node, and I'm talking about on your birth charts, and some of the planets closer to the sun like Venus, Mercury, or Mars, okay? You are probably experiencing or have experienced the most transformation, and that is why I would like to give you a reading on that for free. And only one Scorpio place. So if you have like a Scorpio stellium, which means you have 3 or more placements with Scorpio, you can pick one for free. I write them out and they're very detailed. And then if you really need a consultation, I'll give you 15 minutes for free if you need to know or you have further questions on how it affected you in this nodal time, okay? Also, a bonus is I'll tell you about Venus, because if you do have those placements, you've been squaring Venus in Leo right now, currently, and it's getting ready to go into retrograde, but the nodes will switch before it goes into retrograde. I know you check her transits on the thank you to my daughter. I know you check her I check all my kids' transits. I check everybody's, people I work with. I don't know their birth charts, but I go by their sun signs and I might guess their risings, or, you know, if they want me to read their birth chart, I will, just because I want to know who I'm dealing with all the time. I'm investigative like a Scorpio should be. The month Scorpio went into the South Node, my best friend went ghosting me. That was January 2022. You know what? Now that I think of it, even though I have Scorpio in the second house, I finally got a job, because I was literally just working Uber Eats and collecting unemployment for when they moved in. But I didn't have nobody, none of my friends. I had to I was like in between places because I didn't have enough money to own my own place at that time. And November of 2021, so it was still in Gemini and Sagittarius, and we could finally move. I just wanted to go. Like, I was tired of being in one place, and I couldn't afford it anyway. So I just got up and left and thought I was going to start a new life somewhere. But that Sagittarius South Node said, no, ma'am. I tried to move to Atlanta. I had just came back from, I literally just came back from living in California when it was still in Cancer and Capricorn. And then got over here, and that's when it changed. The Gemini and Sagittarius. I got Saturn squaring my South Node and my North Node right now. Saturn in Capricorn. Squaring it. Wait a minute. You have Saturn in one of the fixed signs? That's a tough one. I'm sure Pluto did something with them too. I know, but you have Pluto and Scorpio. It was conjunct. Saturn in Aquarius. Okay, yeah. So a fixed sign. I enjoyed talking with you one day. You know your stuff. Thank y'all for the likes. That's what's up. So, have you, Scorpio placements, been going through, like, you know, like I got Pharaoh said, good times? Have you been going through stubborn yet persistent energy? And like I said, like you said, Pharaoh, stubborn friends who are persistent in trying to ruin you or whatever. So me personally, you know, since we're talking, Pharaoh, and there's a few other people here, but not saying much. the South Node in Scorpio is extra potent, and it's like trying to hurry up. I feel like this week to get you to really learn how to release things. So today, and there was some other things, like the moon is in Taurus, so that's another fixed sign, and it was squaring Venus in Leo, and that's the emotions and about love and relationships. So I have not been talking to my ex-girlfriend for 3 weeks now when we moved into the shadow of Venus. It literally happened the day of, right? And today we gave it a go. Not with the moon squaring Venus. It was not supposed to. Last night I was like, I really don't want to talk. Because it's going to be explosive. It's going to be emotional. And literally, I talked. Couldn't hold it in. I'm a Scorpio sun. She's a Scorpio rising. And it was off the chain. Hey, Galinda. Nice to meet you. I got the moon transits in my 5th house now. Moon squaring my Saturn now. It's a lot, yeah. Just people switching out. Nice to meet you, Glenda. You are Gemini? Yeah. Oh, happy belated. I wonder, do you know any of your other placements, Glenda? Like, do you know your, hey, bro, Luciano? Join my live. I'm honored. I watch your live a lot. So I think that's who I'm thinking it is. Real Luciano. So at my big age now, at 29, you a baby. I don't got the energy to chase people. Your moon is in Cancer, Glenda. Okay. So we're getting ready to have the Cancer new moon on the same day that the nodes switch is what I'm talking about. Yep. And the nodes are getting ready to switch into cardinal signs like Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, and Aries. So your moon is in the 7th house. You telling me your whole birth chart, Pharaoh? Break it down. Yeah, mid-20s are definitely different than the beginning and the end. But what I was saying is that me and my ex had this conversation today. We both got Scorpio placements, and Scorpio placements are like, I know a lot of people, because I've been doing these readings. I've done like 7 since last night, because they're free if you have Scorpio placements. And I literally just been like, oh my goodness, are you okay? Especially the Scorpio moons and the Venus and Scorpio people like myself. Because the Scorpio North Node is really trying to, the Scorpio South Node is really just trying to get us to release. So today I was like, you know what? I didn't want to talk in the first place. We're exploding on each other, same old blame game, you know, blah, blah, blah. um, I'm just going to accept and release you. Like, I don't want to make up, especially now with Venus in retrograde. Venus in retrograde in Leo is about, if I can't be expressive and I can't express myself and we can't have fun and just be loving and desiring each other and then not be rah, then we need to check our values and see what we value in the relationships. The thing about this is that, you know, I don't know if you know this, Pharaoh, but Mars and Venus are ruling both nodes, the Taurus and Scorpio nodes, as well as the Libra and Aries nodes when they switch, right? So we're still going to have a lot to do with about relationships. I'm going to go more into those actual nodes next Wednesday because I'm just trying to wrap it up with the Scorpio and Taurus nodes right now. Yeah, so Mars is about aggression and impulsiveness, which is the Scorpio energy, right? Because Mars rules Scorpio. And Taurus is ruled by Venus. And Venus, it's the masculine and feminine energy too, right? Mars is masculine, Venus is feminine. And Venus just wants to be desired and loved and give love and, you know, resourceful and smell good and feel good and look good and, you know, all that kind of stuff. We're not worried about the aggressive impulsiveness or having a debate and all that stuff, you know, energy coming from Mars. So it's literally about to be about the trauma and the financial issues and the resource issues and the energy issues going into, okay, listen, I probably did give too much energy to this group of people, Pharaoh, like your friends. I probably do not need to keep, what's the word I'm looking for? When you are doing too much for somebody and you need to stop, whatever the word is, and need to be more, give more of that energy to self. Aries is the first sign, so it represents self, right? Aries is the leader, the leading sign of the zodiac. But all the cardinal signs are. Aries leads us into the spring, Libra leads us into the fall, Cancer leads us into the summer, Capricorn leads us into the winter. So all the cardinal signs are leading, initiating type of energy, and Aries is the main one. So Aries is about self. Aries is about ego. Aries is about head, body, first impressions. It's the first house ruler. Ruled by the first house. Overextending yourself. Exactly. I was looking for like hindering, something like that. Like, you know, parents who coddle their kids, that kind of thing. I'm thinking like, you know, we need to let them be independent. So that's the energy I gave my ex-girlfriend today. Like, I'm just releasing you with that Scorpio South node because the Aries North node is about to pop up and I need to care about self at this point. I need to give that same energy to my partner that couldn't give it back or give it to herself. We both, all of us on this earth, when these nodes change, need to be more about self. We need to release relationships with people that we just don't value anymore and they don't value the relationship anymore. We need to release relationships with certain entities in this world, like celebrities, like governments, you know, and if we don't, there will literally be no energy left for ourselves. There'll be no, our bodies will be depleted, remember? So it's all that. North Node is the solution. The solution is when the North moves in the Aries, be more about self, self-care, self-aware, and the South Node is be less about others, unfortunately. Thank you for sending bread. Yum, yum. Thank you for the gifts. All right. Any questions? You know what? I was literally in the heat of the moment, like taking notes for this and talking to my friend who's been talking to the ex for me, and then I was like, you can stay out of it, and then the ex got mad at her for bringing me back to her, but literally she wanted to be back. He said, Pearl, you thinking of questions? Pearl, I appreciate you knowing your birth chart. Did you want to know anything about the current energies. Do you know the current energies? Not like I'm testing or anything, but like I'm literally comparing our charts with these fixed placements to the nodes before they switch. And they switch into cardinal energies. They'll be cardinal nodes. So they'll be leading, initiating type of energy, where right now fixed nodes bring stubborn and some procrastination and some persistent energy. So you have Venus in Leo in the 8th house. Whew, that's like having Venus in Scorpio in 18 degrees. Let me test my knowledge really quick of the degrees. I know the 22nd degree is Saturn. I mean, it's Capricorn ruled, so that's Saturn ruled. That's the Capricorn degree, 22. So I'm going backwards. 21 would be Sagittarius. 20 would be Scorpio. 19 would be Libra. 18 is Virgo. So you have Venus. You have fixed, mutable with the degrees. Fixed, mutable. Venus rules Taurus and Libra, so it can be fixed or cardinal. Leo is fixed. 8th house is the fixed house because it's the Scorpio house. And the 18th degree is Virgo. When you break that all down, Venus, the planet that rules, looking at my messages. Venus, the planet that rules love and finances, and Taurus and Libra. I'm starting to get distracted because I'm trying to look at all your messages and the messages at the top of my screen coming from another app. You have, I forgot where I was going, Pharaoh. Ask me a question. You're giving me a lot at once. What's your sun sign again? And your rising? What's your sun sign again, Pharaoh? There's 3 other people in here, so y'all say something. Don't let Pharaoh have all the fun. Virgo sun. So that is why you're kind of like Mercury needed. You know, Mercury is giving information. Sag rising, you're mutable at 29 degrees. You happen to know what sign as we're looking for in love. So Glenda, you are a Gemini. So Geminis are air signs and mutable. So you adapt well and you like to communicate. You also like to stay local. You like to give knowledge and get knowledge. Gemini's duality. So I would say you would look for someone in the other air signs to communicate with, or the fire signs who are inspiring, will inspire you to communicate. Earth signs and water signs are compatible. You could be compatible to your fellow mutable signs, which are Pisces and Virgo, the water and earth signs that are mutable signs. But it also could be a power struggle. I hope that answered your question, Glenda. It's 11:02, y'all. I'm gonna get off at 11:11 because these bugs are driving me crazy. Libra, Jupiter, Mercury, and Mars in the 9th house. So you have a 9th house stellium. That's Sagittarius energy right there, Pharaoh. I want to say all those in the fire. So you have Mercury Libra, Mars Libra. You're calm and collected. I'm trying to figure out. Well, you're Virgo, so that's, you like to conversate. Then you're giving service to others by showing us your knowledge. My North Node in Sag is in the 11th house too. Okay, so yeah, your house, that has a lot to do with friends. And if you have the North Node in Sag, like you said, and you lost your friends because it's in the 11th house, your North Node in Sag, probably, slow down, Pharaoh, because it's moving up now, I can't see it anymore. Your North Node in Sag was probably just, you know, you were destined to not have those friends anymore, and you'll get a new group that'll be more fun than the other friends. Aries in the fourth house, so you take action with your family. You grew up tough, you know. You could also have been a leader of your family, leader of the home. So yeah, anything about the nodes though, Pharaoh? I was talking about your Sagittarius node when I started this live. I don't know if you heard that. I think you came in like a little bit after I started it. But I was talking about how the Sagittarius the Sagittarius South node, you have it in the North node, so it was opposite. My daughter actually has Sagittarius in the North node too. She was my road dog. We used to travel everywhere together since she was 5, and now she'll be 11 tomorrow. She still is my road dog. I wonder what Jupiter in my 5th house will bring. But I know that if I remember all your placements, you put them all up here. We can talk about one of those Libra placements or Aries placements in the next week or so. Let me give you a free reading and you compare it to your knowledge. Because you are really knowing your stuff. You know your stuff. North node opposite my Libra. Part of fortune. You know what? The part of fortune and the MC, the midheaven, is something that I really need to tap into more. If I want to manifest, I use my sorry, my ancestors are bothering you. They come sit on my finger, moss and butterflies. Oh, is that what it is, Glenda? You know, that's why I'm sitting out here, because I'm in their house when I'm outside. Like, as long as they don't come in my house, I won't kill them. I won't kill them. But yeah, I know they just like the light. Who doesn't like the light? Mars just left Leo, and I have Mars in Leo in 7 degrees, but I literally have been on here a lot, going live a lot, just because I just had my Mars return. But your ancestors are cool with me. They probably out here trying to eat some of my vegetable plants too. They're probably sitting in there asleep, some of them. I have sage out here, basil, tomatoes, and a watermelon growing. Thank you, Glenda, for the roses. Appreciate you. Yes, because this might have been our ancestors together. That's why they're coming out here and saying, yeah, put us on the spotlight. There's a lightning bug crawling right here next to me too. Thank you, Glenda, for the roses. Thank you, everyone, for the likes. I guess that's going to be it, because I don't want to hold y'all up. And I have finished my presentation. I'm here every Wednesday for nodal talk. Nodes are literally talking about our destiny, where we've come from and where we're going. Okay, so that's every Wednesday. On Sundays, I'm here talking about the retrogrades. So it's retrograde season. We have Venus retrograde. Retrograde means some lessons, some reviewing, some slowing down. All the things you can think of, a prefix of redo, renew, revise, review. I could care less about North Node in the 4th house, to be honest. I'm just career focused, as you should. Thank you, Pharaoh. You like to talk about the North Node. I mean, we talk about it all on Fridays. I'm trying to really tap into Venus retrograde, because it's going to be really so powerful this year, especially for fixed signs and fire signs. So that's Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. That's also Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo's. It's going to be in Leo. I wonder how it's going to affect me. Your fixed placements or your fire placements, that's how it'll affect you. Venus retrograde was fun for you in 2015. What was I doing? I was getting divorced in 2015. It was fun for me too. But see, and my ex-husband's a Taurus and I'm a Scorpio. So yeah, it was. What was it in 2015? It had to be in a fixed sign. It had to be in a fixed sign. Carol, please tell me. That's funny. I literally got divorced in March 2015. That is super funny. You reminded me. It was a Leo. That makes total sense. Oh my God. That confirmed it. that literally confirmed why I'm done with the ex-girlfriend. Totally done. Totally done. I'm so done that I don't even know Shorty no more. I look back at my transits in summer 2015. I'm about to do the same thing. Hook me on the game. That's what's up. That's what's up, Pharaoh. I definitely got it. Pharaoh, did you follow me? Because I gotta follow you back, and we gotta talk about doing a live. I'm not gonna say next Wednesday, but let's get to know each other, and if you go live, I'm gonna go join in, and vice versa. Thank you, Pharaoh. Thank you. Cool. I'll look out for that. So you got me thinking about. I got other work to do, but I'm definitely gonna check that out. Oh my God, you just had me. This one was pretty lit. This one I cannot. The Venus in retrograde is the shadow. The shadow is already pretty lit. Zane wants to say hi.
Ooh.
This is my.
Hello, people.
This is the Cancer, and she has a Taurus moon. Like I said, it's her moon right now. Yeah. And a Virgo. She's a Virgo rising. She's getting her hair done, so she has on her bonnet.
That's why my room is always clean.
Yeah, she's like I wouldn't say a neat freak, but she likes to interior decorate. She likes to do things.
Yeah.
You got your associates. I'm about to get off in 1 minute or a little bit more, maybe 5 minutes. It's almost 11.
Okay.
Did you have something to tell me real quick?
Yeah. My mom put my hair on the bed because we can't finish tonight. And she said, if you ever check on me, keep the cat out.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, she definitely is a
Bye,
perfectionist.
peoples.
And she judges us a lot, too.
Yeah, because you...
But she has a Sagittarius North Node, so that's my road dog, like I said. And we rolling out for her birthday tomorrow. All right. She's definitely a perfectionist. What did I want to say? Oh, my God. Oh, Venus retrograde. So, yeah, I feel like... in Leo, if we can't be expressive, right? Do Neptune, first house, Uranus, first house, Venus, Leo, think they better than everyone. Listen, the Leo is the lion. They're the king of the jungle, so of course they think like that. That's why fixed signs square with them and Aquarius opposed with them. Because 11-11, Ashe. My kids can't hear me, but we normally say Ashe. No one is texting me now. I got 3 kids I actually have. And all my kids have Taurus placements. Yep. My oldest daughter who's doing that one's hair is Taurus sun. My son is a Taurus rising, and my youngest is a Taurus moon. My mother's a Taurus. My ex-husband's a Taurus. I've only dealt with Tauruses or Sagittarius. That's the ex. And she had a second house stellium. Yeah. But I feel like the only reason I've been around a lot of fixed signs and Tauruses especially is because I can't remember what placement, and I was just looking at this last night where I had the grand, what is it called, the T-square, and it was with a lot of, because I have Mars in Leo, I have Saturn in Leo, and I have, the only thing I have in Taurus is Chiron. I have nothing in Aquarius. And Scorpio Venus, Scorpio Sun, and Scorpio Uranus. No kids in this lifetime, Glenda? Hey, at least you know that there is another chance in the next lifetime. Or you had some in the past lifetime. At least you know about lifetimes, because yes, a lot of people think that we just die and become dirt. We go into new vessels and new energies, and hopefully we've learned our lessons from the past lifetimes and all the past nodes, and we're stepping into new people in this one, or else we just keep the cycle going. Whatever vessel we're in. Glenda, is that what's up? You know what? You you make me think of the girl I'm trying to release. And I will, and I have. She used to tell me things about how she knew that she was a man too. I have no, because some of us don't remember where we was in our past life. It's hard. We gotta literally meditate to realize what we have. Fifth house is baby. Yeah, that means babies. What do I have in the 5th house? Real quick. Because I actually wasn't using whole houses. I didn't have an Aquarius and Leo house for a minute. I wasn't using the whole chart. What do you call it? The whole house chart. So I just rediscovered where my houses are. I was studying the wrong house placements for a while. So now if I have Libra first house, a second house is Scorpio, third house, fourth house is Capricorn, fifth house is Aquarius. Yes. Because I have Leo in the 11th house. Yep. So I have innovative, unique children. Yep. With Aquarius in the fifth house. Jupiter and Taurus taking too long. You know what? And when you don't, if you know your stuff, right? So Glenda, I know I was trying to talk with you about the past lives and things and how you're a woman, and I wish I had that knowledge because we all literally forget. That's why I started, when I learned about that stuff, I started talking to my grandson, my 22-year-old daughter, my Taurus son daughter, has she has a 6-month-old. So my grandson is 6 months, and I literally be talking to him so much to try to see if he can remember or say something from his past life, because that's the only time that we literally remember when we're babies, because we just left the past life and we're starting the new one. You went to the light, Glenda? Tell me more. But yeah, Jupiter and Taurus, when you know your placements, like you know them, Pharaoh, the elevation of the placement, like the supportive side, the supportive characteristics of the placement, like Jupiter, having Jupiter and Taurus is very beneficial, right? And as we hopefully move into Jupiter and Taurus and the node switch, that'll give it a little bit of a boost, right? Even though they won't have any aspecting, it'll be more about the abundance of Jupiter being in Taurus and the node being in Aries, North Node being in Aries, will take care of ourselves abundantly with resources and finances and our desires. But yeah, the ex has a Jupiter and Taurus, and while I had Mars and Leo and I took advantage of that, she's not really taking advantage of her Jupiter and Taurus, and I'm like, stop worrying about me and go get money. Which is the reason why I got off the phone listening to my friend vent about how she's trying to talk to her for me. And anyway, she was like, and my friend is a Capricorn, she was like, you know, fuck bitches, that's the Scorpio side. Get money, that's the Taurus side. And literally, we're under the Taurus moon tonight. It is the last Taurus moon while the nodes are in Taurus and Scorpio. Jupiter, you know what, this is what Sagittariuses are about, luck. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and her having, if she's a Scorpio rising, she has Sag second house, third house is Capricorn, fourth house is Aquarius, fifth house is Pisces. So she has these dreams, and she's very into spirituality. She has a whole TikTok, but won't tap into that daggone, creative juices that ultimately bring abundance and money and luck. I'm gonna remind her though, because she used to play the lottery all the time and win little bits here and there. Seen a lot of kinfolk, but told me to go back and talk to everyone about love. Let's talk then, Glenda. Glenda, did you follow me and I'll follow you back? You sound very interesting. But y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here because my feet are burning from itching with Glenda's ancestors out here. I could just walk in the room and older men always got a problem with me. For real? Could that be that Virgo sun judging them, Pharaoh? Okay, cool, Glenda. Could that be that Virgo sun judging them? Pharaoh. Remind me what house your sun is in again? The Virgo one? What house is the sun in? Saturn square Pluto there. That's one of the toughest squares. Obsessed older people. Virgo in the 9th house. Oh, you did say that. Okay. So your philosophy or your beliefs have you thinking that older people It could be because, some are stuck in their ways, but I'll be glad when I'm an older person, I'll tell you that. Muffy, I'm literally about to leave, Muffy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Muffy. I gotta go. And Keisha's here. How y'all joining at the last minute, Keisha? I was literally getting off to come. I was literally getting off to come call you back. I was literally getting off. Pharaoh, tell them we've had a good time on here. Thank y'all for coming here and liking the lives. Liking the live. I got gifts from Glenda. Me and Pharaoh been chopping it up. I don't know why. That's why I couldn't answer the phone. You called me. You called me, Carmen. Carmen Lakeisha, you called me while I was just went on live. That's the only reason I didn't answer. But yeah, Pharaoh and Glenda held it down for Muffy and Carmen. Because Muffy, this is what I'll do for you before we leave. And I don't know if I'm putting you on the spot, so let me know if you don't want to do it. It's totally fine. I'm not. That's how TikTok works. People come in, right? Muffy, I did your reading on your Scorpio moon. We're in the Taurus moon right now. I was talking about how this Venus in retrograde and listen, Keisha, okay. Right. So Keisha is in the lab now. She came in right after you, Muffy. And I was telling everybody how I'm doing free Scorpio placement readings, right? And I was telling everybody how my friend, Carmen Lakeisha right there, I'm just saying her whole name because that's what her tag name is. And our kids are about to come back out, so I'm going to have to end this live. But so here go the Taurus one. Where's my leg? It's in my room. Y'all ready to come out here?
Peoples.
This the Taurus.
The better looking one.
The better looking one. Who's the ugly one?
Zane.
Zane is not a Taurus.
Oh, but then the ugly looking one is my dad.
Taurus sun, Aries moon. Off the chain. Keisha's in there.
Hey.
And Gemini rising. That's why she off the chain too.
I like my black toes.
Listen, don't do all that. This is a mess. And I'm getting bit up out here.
Yeah, look, it's one right there.
I know. All right. The bugs chased her, right? Thank you, Glenda, because that was all you. Glenda sent her ancestors out here, and that's why she got out. What I tell you, when I burn sage around that child goes running because she's a whole demon. Anyway, I love my kids. I love my kids, trust. We're opposition sons. So, yeah, Taurus sun, her, Scorpio sun, me. My mother's a Taurus sun, and my grandmother, my mother's mother, was a Scorpio sun. So we had the pattern until she had the boy, and then there's no more firstborn girls, and there's a Capricorn son, grandson. So, yeah. You want to ask about the bug situation? Yeah, because, I did my live with you one time out here, too, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't have the ring light on, though, but it's so dark, I had to have the ring light. But I've been sitting out here for like an hour, so I'm about to go in. Only thing you missed, Keisha, was me telling everyone about how I tied the astrology that's going on currently with the situation with the ex-girlfriend and how it's been confirmed. That's it. And funny, Pharaoh was reminding me, because Pharaoh's really good at astrology, too. Pharaoh, he's in the comments. Pharaoh reminded me that in 2015 when I got a divorce from Doom, my ex-husband, who Keisha knows too, I literally got the last time we had Venus retrograde in Leo, I was getting divorced. So that was just confirmation. I need to leave the homegirl alone. That's it. That's done. Because, yeah. And the only way, and I told Keisha this, the only way I take her back is if she switch up her whole thought process and be responsible. And she's a Scorpio. She's a Scorpio rising, Muffy. She's a Scorpio rising, which is why it's like extra potent for all of us Scorpio placements. I was literally saying how the Scorpio node is getting ready to change. The node is our past lives, what we're releasing, what we're done with, what the problem is. And so I got to release her. All the Scorpio placements got something to release, and I'm releasing that woman. All of us got stuff to release before the nodes switch next Monday. The nodes are our destiny. I can't wait till you meet someone with me. You know what? This may not be the life for it. Maybe I'm just here to have fun and take care of self and others. I've already done the others, so now I'm going to take care of self. Maybe that's what I'm here for. Maybe that's what my future, that's what I feel like the nodes, that when they switch, the Aries node is saying, be about self. You want to fix everybody and you can't. Exactly. And I'm done. Like, as these nodes are switching to Aries being about self, I'm about to step into that energy because it's going to benefit me more than helping everybody and fixing everybody. I deserve love and light. Girl, let me call you. Thank y'all for all being here. Thank y'all for the likes. I got over 2,000 likes. I appreciate y'all. You too, what, Glenda? That's that Scorpio energy, and you know we try to fix them with our pom pom. Keisha can tell you. And Scorpio men try to fix it with their slongs. Okay. Keisha can tell you that the girl said that I really have good sex. And this is not, I'm not tooting my own horn, but I'm not pulling nobody's leg or trying to boost myself up. But you're addicted to certain people, right? Because Scorpios are possessive and obsessive. And if we all got them placements, doesn't matter where they are, sun, moon, rising, Venus, North Node, we all got some kind of obsession that we got to release the obsessions. All right, Milan's back.
You lovely people tell my mother I would like to smoke.
Okay. She wants to borrow the back porch, and she wants to borrow the bugs. She said it was amazing, right?
My toes is amazing?
No, child. Hers is too. That's why we was addicted, but I still can't. I can't do it. No obsessive. All right, all my children, including my grandson's father's out there too. Where is he at? He went back. He don't want to be on camera.
No, he's just right there.
Hey, you know what? My grandson's father has a Scorpio moon too, Muffy. And him and this child be in here off the chain. But anyway.
Kind of relocation to a room.
All right, y'all. This is it. I'm gonna wrap it up. Y'all come back next Wednesday. Come back on Sunday and Friday. I'm here Wednesday, Fridays, and Sundays. All live at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.
Chaos.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.